it do, everybody? It's your boy Protect Sports from the Protect Sports Network. Back with another video for y'all today, man. Let's get it, man. I hope y'all having a blessed evening on this Tuesday evening, man. If y'all get into it, I'll go to the man upstairs while I'm when we talking to y'all right now, man. Let's get straight into it. We got special guests in the building. We got some big dogs in here. You know, big dogs in here tonight. I'm gonna start with Stone at the bottom, Juan, and then Tim. Y'all introduce yourselves. Well, Tim's been on the channel 100 times, so there's no need for Tim to introduce himself. But why not? Let's start with you, Stoner, man. It's the first time on the channel, man.
Yeah, man. Happy to be here. Appreciate the invite. I'm Stoner from Ref the District. We are fairly new to this space. We started in February of this year, and we're happy to be here and appreciate the invite.
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, go subscribe to Ref the District YouTube channel if you have not have done so. They do a lot of fan appreciation things of that nature. Do a lot of dope stuff, a lot of different stuff that other Washington football team YouTubers do. So go ahead, that subscribe button and do wizard stuff and cap stuff as you see in the background. Go ahead, that sub button. Juan, introduce yourself, my young brother.
Yeah, so my name is Juan Gotti, Talking Sports. I cover the Washington football team on YouTube. I'm fairly still new, you know what I'm saying? Been at it for a year, you know. Well, now probably be 2 years now because I started the 2019 season, man. What a terrible season that was, right? But yeah, man.
Both started that.
My name is Juan Gotti, Talking Sports. Tone, I appreciate you for having me on. I'm excited to chop it up with everyone on here. And yeah, man.
Finally, Tim.
My name's Jeff from the Tim Sports. No, I'm just kidding. My name's Tim. And no, I've been doing this, I guess, since the 2020 draft. My first video was like a recap of the 2020 draft. But yeah, so having fun doing the play-by-play for the games and stuff like that. Not only Washington, but some other teams as well. And yeah, just making videos for Washington.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give y'all guys a quick synopsis of each of these three wonderful gentlemen on the panel. Juan goes crazy with the play-by-play, so does Tim. Juan's reactions are hilarious. Please go watch those, especially when something goes wrong with the football team. My man goes crazy. Tim is the most kind of like announcing type of person that you'll find. He's nearly an announcer in a YouTuber's body. Like just throw the announcer in there. It's Tim. Tim is incredible.
Thanks.
And Stoner and Nathan at the Ref the District, man. Actually, they do a lot of different innovative things on their channel that you do not see on other Washington football team or Wizards or Capitals channels. So you don't see it. And it's very, very dope. So go check all these three guys out. I put all your links in the description down below. Y'all have no reason to not subscribe.
True.
It's in the description. God darn it. Go subscribe. Shoot.
Appreciate it.
I never subscribed to Ref the District, so I'm going to go do that.
Oh, man, appreciate it.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact, if I can throw in a quick plug here is we have a show coming out. We have something called After the Whistle where we do something a little bit away from the field. So this is kind of off the field stuff. And like I said, it's called After the Whistle. And this Friday, we're premiering our show. It's called No Voice Goes Unheard. And that is a show where we got 4 of the ladies who were part of the sexual harassment investigation in the Washington football team. We talked to 4 of them, and we put together a 4-part series. And part 1 comes out this Friday. It's called Toxic Environment. And if you haven't checked out the trailer, it will pretty much blow you away because some of the things that they're saying just in the trailer are going to get you hooked. So that's coming out this Friday. It's called No Voice Goes Unheard. Thanks for the
Go check that out. No Voice Went Unheard, man. Go check that out.
Awesome.
Friday. Is that dropping in the evening or the morning, Stoner?
We'll probably drop it before everybody wakes up, like 6 a.m., something like that on Friday.
Hey, man, y'all got all day to catch that Friday.
All day.
If you get off work, you got nothing to do, man. You don't got no job, you got nothing to do. Go check that video out.
You ain't got no job? Jeez.
You got nothing to do. It's on the Friday. We got nothing to do, man. Check that video out, man. Yeah. But yeah, let's get right into it, man. So, if you guys are not, I know some of you guys are familiar, but I don't know if Stoner caught any of my videos yet. But
yep, oh yeah,
plenty. Team roll call. This is for the fans. We talk about the team and things like that. But this is a special one, so we're gonna have the fans hop in tonight. Not tonight, y'all. It's a little different. This is for the content creators to talk about things. But I will have guys toward the end of the stream hop in and chop it up if you guys want to chop it up. But I want to get all this stuff out of our chest first, and then we'll go ahead and have people hop in. So let's start with what are you guys' general thoughts on this season so far? I know we're 2-6, 4-game losing streak. A lot of bull crap going on off the field. Dan Snyder's a moron. What are your thoughts about all this crap going on? I'm gonna start with Juan, then Stoner, then Tim.
Yeah, man. So the overall reaction to the first half of the season has been disappointing. I mean, I know I speak for every fan when I say the expectation of this season was, I wouldn't say high, but based off of how we finished last year, the division title, we thought something was going to be really special for this team, and it hasn't been that up to this point. And it's just been underwhelming. That's just the big word that I could put on the first half of the season. It's been disappointing. Chase Young, Montez Sweat talked about, setting the record, breaking the record. Nowhere near that. You know what I'm saying? Quarterback position is still a big, big question. We haven't even got to see our big free agents make any plays. I mean, William Jackson early in the season had, but, he's been struggling too. Curtis Samuel hasn't been able to get on the field. So it's been bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, the expectation for this season was to maybe win this division or even get a wild card led by this defense. And this defense has been terrible. We gave up 20 plus passing touchdowns this season. That's just bad, man. And to make a short, a long story short, this first half of the season has been underwhelming.
For sure. Stoner, what are your thoughts on this first half of the season, bro?
Yeah, just kind of piggyback on what Juan said. I think the biggest mistake that Ron Rivera made was last year when he talked about this is just going to be we're going to start over, and we're going to start from scratch, and we're going to get Dwayne Haskins, and we're going to try and develop him. We're going to develop this team. And then at some point, probably about 5 or 6 games in, he said, we're going to change our entire outlook, and we're going to go for it because this division is terrible. And they ended up finishing 7-9, which is nothing great, but they won a division. So expectations were way up here, and really they should not have been. And that's what he did, is he gave everybody the expectation that we're going to be a better team. All we have to do is maybe find a couple of things here and there, maybe get us a corner, a shutdown corner and a linebacker, and then we can just find some quarterback out there in the market and throw him in there, and we can improve on this. But that's not really what this team was last year. They were 7-9. And so he changed the expectations, and it trickled all the way down to us fans, right? All of us fans thought, okay, we're going to build and build and build. We're basically at the same place we were last year. If he had not put those expectations on this team, then we probably wouldn't be as disappointed. Would we be disappointed with 2-6? Of course, but not as disappointed as you would if he came in and said, look, we're still climbing that mountain. We're still developing these young players. We're still a young team. If he had said that from the beginning and all the way through, we wouldn't be as disappointed.
Yeah, to piggyback off that,
for sure.
Yeah, and there was, I think, a legitimate expectation though on the defense, and the fact that they're top 30, maybe like it's like 30 or 31, is what's so shocking this year. Like, yes, I'm right there with you. The offense should have zero expectations. A lot of people thought, oh, Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's gonna who was it? Mike Greenberg was like, oh, watch Washington, they could be in the Super Bowl with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's never made the playoffs, is now going to end up in the Super Bowl somehow. But no, it's William Jackson's been a complete disaster, which sucks. Like Kendall Fuller has fallen off the face of the earth with how bad he's been playing. The secondary is the huge problem. And if you look back at last year, which if you go back and look, we didn't play very good quarterbacks. And that kind of made us probably have a little bit too high of expectations. But we thought we added an upgrade over Ronald Darby, like Damon Davis, the first-round pick, which I thought who was going to need some time, but still he's super athletic, going to the best, quote-unquote, the best spot with behind that front four. Like, it just sucks that the defense has been so disappointing. And I'm not really surprised at all at where our offense is. I mean, we have an undrafted free agent quarterback right now. color me surprised that we suck on offense. But no, it's the defense that has been unbelievably disappointing.
My one word for this season, to be honest, trash. Trash. Ross is overrated. Trash. Get it out of here. Pissing me off. Coaching staff. Trash. Get it out of here. We're gonna get the Raw in a minute. We're gonna get the Raw during this show, but boy, this whole organization is overrated, bro. We thought this team was going to do something. Now, I had the team going 4-4 before the bye week. I wasn't expecting too much in the first 8 weeks. But dang, 2-6? I wasn't expecting this. What? 4-game losing streak? I know, like Tim said, the offense, I had no expectation about this offense. None. I thought the offense would just be middle of the road, 24th, 25th in scoring, something like that. Middle of the road in yardage, nothing special. Thought Gibby would be special. Got hurt. Ain't been the same. But defensively, this defense is trash. Period. It's starting to look a little better now, but it's trash. It's awful. William Jackson paying $14 million to get smoked every week. Or inactive. He's inactive or getting smoked. I don't know which one it is, but it's both. It's starting to piss me off. Mm-hmm. Kendall Fuller is like a shell of himself. Where's the Kendall Fuller from last year who caught 4 picks in 5 games? Where's he? Where's his antennas? Can I find him, please? Like Tim said, where's Kendall Fuller? And do not get me started with Landon Collins. Do not. I will not do that today. We can talk an hour about him. Not doing that today.
Top 5 paid linebacker, Landon Collins.
Stop. Don't. I'm gonna leave Landon alone today. He's got enough smoke for 8-9 weeks. I'm gonna leave him alone. He has looked a lot better linebacker though. I will give credit, but still not good enough for $16 million, like Tim stated. Then finally, Ron. Ron has made a lot of bad choices with the personnel. Coaching decisions have been mediocre. I think Ron Rivera is an overrated coach. Hot take. It's my problem. I have a problem with Ron Rivera, period. He came in Carolina with a 55% winning percentage. That's not that high. You're not a great coach if you're winning 55% of your games. You're above average. Solid. Not great. And we treated this man like the best thing since sliced bread, bro. That's my problem. That's my problem with the organization, period. It's my problem with the fans, too, bro. They like Ron's playing. No offense to Louis T. Louis T, don't get mad at me. Don't cuss me out. Don't be spaz on me, bro. But, son, Ron's plan is trash. I'm done. Let's move on. And then I'm done with general response. It's going to make me mad. Right. Make me too mad. More mad than I need to be already. So next thing, we're gonna grade the offense, defense, special teams A through F. I will start with Tim, Ben Juan, and Vince Stoner.
Alrighty. So
offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, special teams, we just got the best kicker in the league, Joey Sly, so that's got to be like an A-. No, it's special teams is DeAndre Carter's actually been a plus, so I'll give him a C+. He has a return. We haven't had many of those, so special teams C+. I mean, you got to give the defense an F, considering where they should have been and where they are, and I'll give the offense C. Because I think Heineke has been okay. He's not been great. Scott Turner, hasn't had his pieces on offense. And with Curtis Samuel, of course, Gibby's not right. His whole offensive line is destroyed now. And he's doing it with the undrafted free agent. And some games, they're the ones holding us in the game instead of our defense. So I'll give a C to the offense, C+ special teams, and F for the defense. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, so for me, it's pretty much similar. It's pretty much similar. Before I answer that, man, I gotta address Yuki, man. Terry's not a top 10 receiver. If you can name me 10 receivers better than Terry McLaurin, I just want you to do that before me. I'm not even gonna say you're wrong or right. I just want to know you're 10 better than Terry McLaurin. But yeah, man, mine isn't too far off.
I'm interested. You good. And I will address it as soon as we're done talking. Okay, I'm gonna dig you and your bum old 49ers. All right, all this talent. Y'all 3-5. Get out my face and miss me with it. At least we got an excuse. We got an undrafted free agent quarterback. I got Jimmy Garoppolo getting $25 million a season. Miss me with it, please.
And the whole offense of Arizona was hurt, and he still lost.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah, y'all lost the Colt McCoy.
Sorry,
Shut up.
Juan.
No, you're fine. You're fine, man.
I'm done.
But my grades aren't too far off. It's pretty much similar. For the offense, I give them about a high C. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even a lower D from the aspect of, or B rather, from the aspect of when we say this offense has been terrible, it hasn't actually. We're moving the ball. We're moving the ball up and down. We just don't cash in where it matters most. Now, that is going to deteriorate your grade a lot. You know what I'm saying? If we were able to cash in on the red zone, I believe this team would probably sit around 4-4 at the bye week or something like that. But we just can't score the ball. It doesn't matter if you move the ball up and down the field. But if you turn it over, if you miss field goals, in the case of Chris Blewett not being able to elevate the ball, getting 3 out of his first 4 kicks blocked, that's just a waste of, offensive possession. So I think a high C, a C plus, maybe even a low B is cool with the offense, especially from the players that we have and the person that's running the ship. They've been way better than what we expected. Again, we didn't have expectations for this offense. Now the defense, I'm not going to be harsh on them and give them a flat out F. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to give them a D. I'm going to give them a D because as of late, they've been turning it up. You know what I'm saying? And throughout the season, you see flashes of certain players doing things. The biggest problem is it's not like last year where everybody was making plays. I mean, the Shazer Everett, Jeremy Reeves, people on the back end of the roster were making plays last year. It's not like that this year. In one game, you'll have Jonathan Allen getting 2, maybe 3 sacks. Then in one game, you'll have a secondary player playing his butt off. But we're not gelling. We're not coming together. But as of late, the last few weeks, you're starting to see that. So I'm not going to give them a flat out F because that just means that they're just completely terrible. No, that mean they'll just be flat out terrible, and then we have no upside or no talent. And the special teams, I'm going to give them a Obviously, the kicking situation is terrible, but anytime you got Tress Way, he's an A+ by himself. You know what I'm saying? But I'll give him probably a C too. DeAndre Carter's been a bright spot. Tress Way is always doing what Tress Way has done. And I think that's pretty much it. When Cam Sims is in there, he's always down there at the gunner position. He's always back there ready to, pin them back and get the ball that Tress Way. I think outside of the kicking position, and that's the most important, part of the special teams, honestly. We're sitting around a C+. So I think the overall grade for me, probably, a D. That's not good, but a D, probably an overall grade for the 3 phases of this team. D.
Oh, what's good, Hawk? By the way, what's up, Hawk? What's going on, bro? But yeah, Stone, your turn, bro. What you think, man?
Yeah, I'm a little bit different on some of these, but generally in the same area. How can they're 2 and 6? They're not going to get some great grades, right? But the special teams, I'm a little bit higher on the special teams. Look, if D-Hop was still here, this would be like a B+ unit. He's not, so you can't say that, obviously, because Blewett's been bad the last couple of weeks. But DeAndre Carter has done everything that you've asked him to do. He's returned 1 for a touchdown. He has not made any errors on punts. We haven't had that in a while. We used to have Steve Sims back there, right? Steve Sims
some fair
every time the punt.
He shouldn't have, but no.
You're
major
right.
things.
Or he let some things. A couple of go over his head in that Kansas City game, and they were downing him at the 2 and the 1s. Things like that, but he's not making any catastrophic mistakes.
Right.
The coverage teams are not making any catastrophic mistakes. Tress Way is Tress Way. Everybody knows how great he is. He's been doing everything. I mean, he went a couple of games where I think he punted once in 2 games or something like that. He was just barely out there, but he wasn't making mistakes, and he was great. So I think overall in the special teams, I'd give him like a B-. And obviously the only reason you can't be higher is because of the last couple of weeks with Blewett. Thank goodness he's gone. We'll see what Sly can do. It was a major mistake to let Hopkins go, but whatever. That's another story, with that one. Yeah, they certainly did. With the defense, come on. It's been bad all the way through. The last couple of weeks, it's been a little bit better. But if you're still the 27th, 28th, 29th ranked defense, you can't say anything great about him. Jamin Davis has been a major disappointment. William Jackson has been a major disappointment. Chase Young has been a major disappointment this year, right? Bobby McCain has been a major disappointment this year. So you've got a lot of guys who are not doing their job, and it's at every level. It's at the front, it's in the middle, and it's at the back. Usually some can overcome the other's mistakes, but they haven't been able to do that. So the defense, I'd give them like a D-. Offensively, man, offensively is tough. The first few weeks, they were fine. They were moving the ball. They were scoring points. But what did you have the first few weeks? You had Logan Thomas. You had a Terry McLaurin. You had McKissick and Gibson, and you had De'Ami Brown. You had healthier guys. You didn't have Curtis Samuel yet, but you had healthy guys. And Samuel played one game where he actually contributed. I think he had 4 catches, 3 for first downs against Atlanta, maybe. I can't remember.
It was Atlanta. Anyway,
yeah, he was contributing, and they were moving the ball. They were scoring a lot of points. This last game, Taylor Heineke had Dax Milne and DeAndre Carter and Cam Sims out there going on routes.
The GOATs!
I don't care who's playing
you
quarterback.
Hey, go ahead, Slim.
They are not going to score points with those guys going out.
You complain too much. Oh my
and
God.
by the way, Rick Seals-Jones, who is fine, he's serviceable, but he's not Logan Thomas. So they're playing with a bunch of backups and a backup quarterback. Mm-hmm. Okay, those are all the excuses, right?
The offensive line also has been decimated.
Right. Yeah. And at the beginning of the year,
they've been decimated.
They were moving the ball with an intact offensive line, and now they're not. So you put all that together, you get rid of all those excuses, and you've got basically a C-.
I can agree with all that, Stoner. All right, so I'm gonna go to Stoner. I'm gonna go special teams first. I'm gonna give special teams a C+. The first quarter of the season, I'm gonna make a quarterly report card video, and I forgot all about uploading it. Darn it! But in that video, I would have gave the special teams a B+, because outside of D-Hop missing freaking extra points, he actually was good. Outside missing extra points. And the Giants game, I know Tim gonna bring it up. I know. He effed up, but he made up for it offside. He effed up. Don't get it twisted. He effed up. Okay, I agree.
That's part of it. He definitely
effed up. Big time. Effed up. So, but blew it. He didn't just F up. He was just awful. He blew it before he got on the field. Get him out of here.
He hit the left guard in the helmet.
I wish see what Josh Sly can do, but that was just awful. That was just an awful decision by Ron, bro. I don't know what weed he was smoking when he made that decision. But I want some of that. She's crazy.
Like 50% in college too. I don't know what in the world that was.
Bro,
such a bad signing.
His career high was 74.
6 years ago.
6 years ago, yeah.
6 years ago. Trash. Next. Tressway. John Carter at a return, so that helped with the grade too. Defense, I'm going to give it a D. It would have been an F after the first 4 weeks. Oh my gosh. We let everybody score 30. You score 30. You score 30. You score 30. Everyone scores 30. Yeah. It's a fiesta in the building. Everybody scored 30 points. When they calm down against Green Bay, say, hey, hold on. We're going to let Aaron Rodgers score 30, okay? Not Lambeau, which I thought was a good performance. They didn't allow him to score 30, and that's just good. Even though they just had
they took the foot off the gas because we couldn't score.
They just started running the football. That is true.
If Heineke runs that in, if we get the catch from Terry McLaurin, Aaron Rodgers like, oh wait, hold on, I need a few more points. All right, I'll get that too.
I believe it. I believe that.
Even they turn the gas off. Some teams turn the gas off against us, and we still out touchdowns. So I'm just saying they did what they're supposed to do. Keep the gas off. Okay, I'm fine with that.
Take the wins where you can.
Exactly. I take the dub where they can. But even with the Broncos, they did allow 17 points before the bye. They should allow less because freaking Teddy Bridgewater crying out loud. But whatever. D. I can't give it higher than that. Can't give it no C-. No, D. It's bad. It went from awful to bad. It's not much better than bad. Finally, offense. Y'all know I ain't a big Heineke guy. Y'all know this. Y'all watch this channel. I ain't no Heineke guy. But but I do have to give him one slight excuse here. That boy too small to see the. He can't see over the offensive line. Like it be wide open receivers, he just don't see them. Like I think literally, like bro, the offensive line's hovering this over his head. He like, I can't see nobody.
Yeah,
where the receivers at? That's why you gotta do rollouts and things like that so you can see receivers. You can't see dudes. But whatever, it's another topic for another day. Gibby, I don't know why they keep trying to play on the stress fracture. I would shut Gibby down. He doing the same. Just play McKissick and Jared Pass for crying loud. Terry's Terry. Even though he dropped the touchdown pass against Green Bay, whatever. Terry's still Terry. He's actually a top 10, 12 receiver. You could say he's top 10, whatever.
He gets room to drop a touchdown.
And then finally, Logan Thomas when healthy. He's a top 10 tight end. The line's actually solid. But we need a franchise quarterback. So until we get a franchise quarterback, cannot give nothing better than this. I'm giving this a C-. It's not great. It was okay. It started off good, but trash. I cannot excuse them for scoring 13 points against the Kansas City Chiefs. That's horrible. That's trash. Okay? It's not cool. All right? That's trash. So I got to ding them for that. But C+ for offense. I'm a C for offense. Defense D, C+ for special teams. Can't go higher than that. That is what it is on that one.
You guys are.
I'm gonna say this comment though, because Yuki pissing me off. Look, Yuki, Terry McLaurin's a top 10 receiver. Okay, put some respect on Terry McLaurin's name. All right, even if he's number 10, that's fine. But he is a top 10 receiver, bro. You're talking crazy. Hollywood Brown, are you? I'm not reading no more.
What?
I love
Yuki might need to add Jamar Chase in there. You might want to add Tyreek Hill in there.
That's funny.
Like that's
Hollywood Brown.
Like I love Jettas, man. I love Jettas, but he is not better than Terry McLaurin, bro. Like, come on now. Like, he's not better than Terry McLaurin. I mean, how do you? And not even trying to just defend Terry, but how don't you have Tyreek Hill in this top 10 right here? Like, you think you would take Amari Cooper and DK Metcalf over Tyreek Hill? Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, man. Nah, man. Terry's top 10.
You taking Cup over Diggs? You saw what Diggs did last year? You talking crazy?
And then you got Deebo Samuel up in there.
You got right.
I know
Deebo's having a phenomenal year.
I know he's having a great year, but if we're talking like career-wise, Terry is better than Deebo career-wise. Yes, he is tearing it up this year. You know what I'm saying? Granted, most of those plays that he is making.
Numbers this year. Yes, that's fine. But guess who has thrown the football? What are you talking about? Look at the quarterback's been throwing to Terry, bro.
So let me ask you guys something then.
Bro.
Let me ask you something on that.
First night, bro.
Cool.
Pissing me off, bro.
How do you evaluate a receiver then when you say that he has a terrible quarterback throwing to him? Well, you can only evaluate his stats. What, because he's open more often, or how do you push him over somebody who has better stats? I don't think you can just say he has a worse quarterback.
Almost as much as these top 10 guys that they're putting in these top 10s, and he doesn't have a quarterback that's worth a damn. What do you want me to say? Like,
and they're not scheming him
top
open.
15 receptions, top 15 touchdowns. What are we talking about, bro?
I like this.
Yeah, Scott Turner's also not scheming him open. I went through the entire Broncos game.
Yuki, stop doing drugs, bro. You're scaring me. You got
I
to
went through
go.
the whole Broncos game, and there wasn't many times where I would say Terry McLaurin was open, and they just had him running simple like crosser routes. They had him running go routes. There's no very few slants, very few route running routes that they were giving him for some reason, and where he's one-on-one.
I'm done.
Anyway, so they're not scheming him open either, which is very sad.
Bro, this man.
I agree with Tim, man. I agree with Tim.
This man not just say Terry's better getting a. He's the only thing we have, you fool. What are you talking?
It's okay, man. It's okay. It's apparent that a lot of people don't watch Terry, and do you blame him? He plays for the Washington football team.
This is why you're a Niners fan. You don't watch our team, bro. You don't understand. I'm gonna be honest. You're a Niners fan, bro. Debo's having a great year. I will give you that.
He is.
He's not better than Terry McLaurin right now. Sorry.
He is. He's having
He's
a
better
great year.
quarterback throwing to him. Let them switch quarterbacks and see who's better. Give me a call.
Yep.
Who are your 3 most impressive players on the roster currently, and your 3 most underwhelming players on the roster? I'll start with this one because I'm gonna keep it short. And go ahead and give his spiel before he has to go. My 3 most impressive guys, I'm gonna say Cameron Curl's 1. Also, Ricky Seals-Jones has been very impressive as well, and I'm gonna say J.D. McKissic because we know what Terry is. We know what some of these other guys are. We're not surprised. We're not surprised about Jonathan Allen eating. We know what Jonathan Allen is. We're not surprised about Montez Sweat eating. We're not surprised about other guys on this roster. We're not surprised. You're not shocked. Underwhelming. Number 1 is Chase Young. And I'm about to get in his tail. Bro, 1.5 sacks. You're a generational talent. 1.5 sacks. That's it. That's all you got for me, bro? 1.5? Bro, get out of my face and you talking you're a leader. Boy, sit down somewhere. Shut up. Next. William Jackson III. You're getting smoked every week, bro. Fix that. And stop having him play zone. He's not a zone corner. He's horrible at it. And then finally, my other underwhelming guy. I didn't want to put this guy on this list because he's actually not having that bad of a season, but he's actually injured. Antonio Gibson. Keep the ball in your hand, bro. For goodness sakes. Stop putting the church's money on the floor. What are you doing? Bro, hold this thing, hold this rock like your life depends on it. Stop fumbling the football, bro. Like, he wasn't doing that last year. I know he's injured, but bro, stop. You cost us the game already doing that. You almost pretty much cost us another game too. But stop fumbling the football, bro. Whatever. I'm done. Whoever want to take it, go ahead.
I can go real quick. Yeah. So my 3 I get what do you call them? Impressive guys. Number 1 is before he got hurt. The number 1 was Sam Cosby. I thought Sam Cosby he really surprised me. I thought he was going to need a little bit of time coming out of Texas, and he stepped up and was actually phenomenal at the right tackle spot. So I'll go him. Sure. I'll agree on J.D. McKissic. J.D. McKissic's been great. And then on defense side, he got paid and he's having one of his best seasons, Jonathan Allen, which is awesome. I love Jonathan Allen, but a lot of people get paid and they don't quite put the numbers up that he's doing, and he's leading our team in sacks, I believe. Like, he's all over the place, doing great in the run game. So those would be my 3 most impressive guys. And then underwhelming, I'm just going to stay all on the defensive side of the ball because they're the ones that are underwhelming everything. And so I agree with Chase Young. Chase Young's been extremely underwhelming. And then I'm going to the linebacker spot, and Damon Davis, tremendously underwhelming. And then the last one is Cole Holcomb. I thought Cole Holcomb was actually going to be a decent linebacker, and he has not been very good at all in coverage or anything, really. So those would be my 3 most underwhelming.
I didn't think about Cole. That's a good one, Tim. That's a good one, Tim.
There's multiple you could pick, but those would be my 3.
Now, before Juan goes, I do want to say Jamin Davis, to me, looked like a project come out of school. I don't think he should have been drafted in the first round. He looked like a project. He like a whole bunch of raw talent and raw athleticism, but nothing was polished. He should not have been a first-round pick. And that's why I can't really put him on that list, because I was not expecting Jamin to do anything. If I was kind of hyped up in the videos, but to be honest, I wasn't expecting that.
Well, my thing was I thought he was going to the best possible situation for him. And
for sure.
Behind that line, I thought 2 linebackers leading this defense with Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio. If he was going to succeed anywhere, I thought it was going to be here, which is why I didn't tear apart the pick, because I agree that he was definitely raw, but I thought that this would be the best possible situation. And the fact that they're not even using him in a lot of situations, because I guess in practice he's not showing enough.
That's another thing too.
Well, yeah, they're not even putting him on the field. I mean, Alvin Kamara is the only weapon for the Saints, and we supposedly have a 6'3" linebacker running a 4.4 40-yard dash that's supposed to be a coverage linebacker, and he's not even a part of the game plan. And to me, that's a problem too. Yeah, for sure. I have a big problem with him, and I think he's underwhelming. But anyway, one of you can go.
Yeah, so for me personally, my top three, it's pretty much like the same because it's just like the same people are the ones that's really showing out. And then when you go to the underwhelming side of things, you could pick from the whole 53-man roster. You know what I'm saying? But so number one for me, and I'm surprised none of you guys said it yet, and I'm not sure if my man was gonna say it down here, but Benjamin St. Juice, he's been our best corner. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I think he.
I didn't want to be obvious, so that's why I didn't say it.
I mean, you have to with this team. There's not a lot of sneaky players that's been good. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But no, Benjamin St. Juice, man, he's been our best corner, and in 2 to 3 years, man, he could be, one of the best corners in the NFL. You see the potential. He's long, and he's actually faster than what I thought he was. Being 6'3", yeah, you know what I'm saying. And number two for me. Obviously, we're going to talk about Big John, man. Big John has been really, really good. I was one of the people, and I'll be honest, I was one of the people because I was looking at it from the aspect of Chase Young being dominant and Montez Sweat, and they still can be. You know what I'm saying? It's just 1 year, one half of a year. But I was looking at it from the aspect of, having to pay all of these guys. And me being foolish, I said I would, if I had to let go of one of these guys because you're not going to be able to pay all four of them, because that's because last year Deron Payne was having a hell of a year. Chase Young, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Montez Sweat, really, really good too. So I said if any of these guys had to go out of all four, it was Jonathan Allen, and I'm regretting that answer mightily because I love John Allen. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to get rid of him, but I said if we had to, you know what I'm saying, he would be the one to go. But no, he's been really, really good. And let me think. My last guy that has been really, really good. I want to say Sam Cosby so bad, but I'm gonna go with Sam Cosby, man, because he's been really, really good. And when you look at how he first came in his first game, he had to settle down because in the first half of that Chargers game, Joey Bosa was killing him. I mean, though, it's Joey Bosa, huh? But he's been really, really good in the pass game, in the run game too. We should be getting him back for this game, and I'm excited to see how he's going to fare against that Buccaneers defensive line. And yeah, those are my three. For my three underwhelming, you guys already know who number one is. Landon Collins. Landon Collins, I do not like this man as a football player. I don't have no issue with him as a human being, but as a football player, this is a very strong word I'm about to use, but I hate this guy. He blocked me. He blocked me on Instagram because I told him he was some trash. You know what I'm saying? He blocked me. But no,
really, actually blocked you.
Hey, real quick before you keep going,
he's sensitive.
I gotta get going. But it was a lot of fun talking to you guys, and but I do have to get rolling. And okay. Hey, Juan, hit me up on Twitter. I messaged you. I don't know if you got the notification. I know it's weird, but hit me on Twitter so we can get you on our show potentially one day.
Okay, I got you, man.
All right, guys. See ya.
All right, peace.
Nice meeting
you. But
no.
Yeah, but for me, I think Landon Collins has been terrible. But as of late, I'll be honest, I'm one of his biggest, I don't want to say haters because I'm not a hater, but I'm one of his biggest, I guess the word would be critiquers because I expected a lot out of him because he's making a bunch of money. But he's been good as of late as a linebacker. This is what he should have been playing since we signed him. He is a box safety. He is a downhill safety. He is a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't like that word, but he is a linebacker. My next two, you can really pick the whole defense if you want to. But I'm going to say Chase Young just from the aspect of the expectations that we expected of him. I love Chase Young. He's a PG County native, so I'm going to ride with him even more than, some of these other guys. But you got to call a spade a spade. He's been disappointing considering the fact that we expected this guy to be 13, 12, 10 sacks because of the season he had before and the draft pick that we, got him at, which was the number 2 overall pick where you could have got a quarterback. You expect a lot out of him, and he's been disappointing. And a lot could do to him, being disappointing. But at the same time, I'm starting to realize and starting to see it's his coaches, but it's not Ron Rivera. It's not Jack Del Rio. It is Sam Mills, his positional coach. I really think he is holding this guy back, and he's telling him something, if he's telling him something at all, because it's like, how are you watching film with this guy, and he's going out there and doing the same thing over and over again? It's no way you're sitting there and critiquing his, play and telling him he's fine when he's not. I don't know about Sam Mills. You know what I'm saying? And those are the only two I really have. I don't think I have a third person, maybe William Jackson, but you could really pick from this whole defense. So I'll just go with those two for underwhelming.
Stoner, you got your...
All right. Yeah. So Juan, I'd block you on Instagram if you call me trash. So just letting you know I don't blame him. I can't blame him for that.
Oh no, my boys call me, said people block people because they wouldn't say that to him in person. To be honest, if I said I'll say Landon Collins in person, we're gonna do fight me.
Okay, so you trash.
You go. I'm saying you're trash. You gonna fight me, bro? Like you get the charge? You get the charge fighting me, bro? Like
you're gonna ruin. Hey, I'm gonna go home, fine, and live my life, but you're gonna ruin your career for fighting me for calling you trash. First of all, you're ruining your career.
I'm gonna get a bunch of money. I don't care. Yeah,
you're ruining your career.
You're
ruining your career, man.
All those are great, both underwhelming and impressive players. I'm agreeing with a lot of what you guys are saying, but Bobby McCain has been a huge disappointment for me at the very back end. Especially, I just found it real curious how it was after game 4 or game 5 when this defense was the very last ranked defense, and he was spouting off to the press about how they're talking bad about his play and about the defense's play. And I don't know where he gets off doing that when they were bad. They were historically bad. So I don't know why he was doing that. And then he's not backing it up on the field. He's not making plays. He had an easy interception in that Denver game that could have changed the entire momentum of that game. If all he does is pick it and just fall down, he could have probably scored on that play. So Bobby McCain has been pretty underwhelming for me. Of course, Jamin Davis. I don't care if he was supposed to be drafted there or who his coaches are, or whatever. If you have I think it was the 19th pick that he was. If you have a 19th pick, the guy should go right in there, start and make plays right away, no matter who you are or what position you are, unless it's quarterback. But so anybody who's a 19th pick and they're not performing, that's underwhelming. And of course, Chase has been extremely underwhelming, man. He's been really bad. I hate to say this, but I said it at the beginning of the year that this team botched that pick. They should have, obviously, it's easy to say looking back. I didn't say this beforehand because I thought Justin Herbert was trash coming out of college, but they botched it. They should have drafted Justin Herbert, and they didn't. And they've got a guy who's not making plays and is just another defensive end. He's Preston Smith right now. And if you're happy with Preston Smith as your number 2 pick, as the number 2 overall pick, then I guess you'd be happy with that. But that's all. That's what
I'm going to say. Shout out to Jeris. He said that in Tim's Discord, he said that Chase Young is Jadeveon Clowney. I said, ooh.
Yeah, he wishes he was Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Right now, Jadeveon Clowney.
Right now, I was like, right now.
When healthy, Jadeveon Clowney.
That's all prime Jadeveon. We talking Seattle when he had 3 sacks and that's
okay. I mean, he's Brian Arakpo right now. He's
he's got 10 sacks a season. I don't think
yeah, right. He would get close. He's got to change that. He's got to do something, whatever it might be. Impressive. Cam Curl, he's my guy. I love Cam Curl. He's always around the ball. He's always seems to be in position. He's a sure tackler. Love Cam Curl. McLaurin, that's an easy one, right? Obviously, he's doing. I don't think he's a top 10 guy, but that's okay. He's still a stud, and he still can beat any corner, anytime, any route. He doesn't always, but if you had a more competent quarterback, then he would be a lot better. Like what I say is Devontae Adams with Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Famer. Devontae Adams with Jordan Love is Terry McLaurin, right? That's how we would look at Devontae Adams if he had a terrible quarterback. If he had Jordan Love throwing every week, he'd be Terry McLaurin. He'd be like this stud receiver that doesn't have the numbers because he doesn't have a good quarterback throwing to him. So McLaurin's been amazing.
I'm sorry, that was perfect. That's hilarious.
And then, of course, J.D. McKissick is amazing. I don't think he should be in there every down because he's not that kind of back. He's not built that way. but when he can come in and he can do things on third down, and he's that change of pace guy. He's perfect in what he does. He doesn't play too much, but every time J.D. McKissic touches the ball, it seems like he makes a play, and that's all you can ask for any of your skill position guys. Make a play when it's your opportunity. So those are my 3 impressive guys and my 3 underwhelming guys.
Okay, I can't.
I agree.
I can't disagree with none of those, Stoner. Not at all, bro. You called it right on the nose, my guy. Called it right on the nose. Next thing we're gonna do is someone could put up the schedule for me. We're gonna go ahead and predict the rest of the season.
I got you.
I think I got it right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't have it.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Let's see. I think
NFC East. I don't know how it goes in order. So
I think the next 4. I think the next 4 is good though. I think it's the Bucks, the Panthers, then it's the Seahawks, and then I believe it's the Raiders. I want to say.
Yep. There you go.
And then it's the Gauntlet. I don't know how that goes either because there's so many.
Right. Bruh, he's having a better quarterback throwing him the ball. I'm not understand this, bro. If I'm gonna say this once and once only, bro. Stone just said it, bro. Basically, well, not this. If Devontae Adams had Taylor Heineke throwing the football, bro, you think Devontae Adams be doing what Devontae Adams is doing? No. Exactly.
We'd be arguing about his position between 10 and 15 in the receiver.
I mean, nobody.
You think I'm gonna switch quarterbacks for them? Yeah. Let Terry McLaurin have Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance, and let Debo have Taylor Heineke. See what the heck happens. Is Debo gonna have 500 yards receiving? I don't even think he does. When is Debo 8 like this? Be real. Stop what y'all doing. Like, stop it. Give my friend. Stop the bullshit. For crying out loud.
They both came out. Yeah, they both came in 2019. He's having his breakout year. Terry had his breakout year last year. You know what I'm saying? And then arguably before that, his rookie year, if he never sustained that concussion, I want to say in the Cowboys game, he probably would have eclipsed 1,000 yards his rookie season. This is Debo's breakout year. No one is
Giants. Cowboys.
No one is arguing that Debo is having a better year. That's facts. That's facts. He is. Jamar Chase is. Cooper Kupp is. No one is having a better season than Cooper Kupp. He's already eclipsed 1,000 yards. But we're saying overall, and this is the perfect argument because they came out in the same draft class. Over the first 3 years, Terry McLaurin has had a statistically better career than Debo Samuel. It would be different if we were comparing, Terry to someone that wasn't drafted in the same class as him. They literally were drafted in the same class. So we can compare these guys. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you can have your Debo Samuel. We can have our Terry McLaurin. Just leave it at that. They're both good.
What do y'all think about Joey Sly? I don't know anything about dude. I don't care. As long as better than Chris Blewett, I don't care. Thoughts?
I mean, Joey Sly. I mean, who knows what he's going to be?
I don't know. We should have cut that out.
He's got to be better than Blewett, though. I mean, Blewett was the worst kicker I've ever seen.
The worst. Yeah. He couldn't get the Jonah. He couldn't kick.
I think I can go out there and not saying I'll make it. I think I can go out there and kick the ball higher than him, though. He wasn't getting no lift off of his kicks, man. They were so flat. And
you and Stoner can kick it higher than him, so. It was bad.
I can't. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't do it.
No. Yes, it's true.
I could punt it. Probably over somebody's head. I don't think I can kick it off the
ground.
ground.
A good QB. Oh, hell no.
No, he's trying to say it's Sam Darnold because we keep saying Terry doesn't have a good QB. He's trying to say DJ Moore's having a good year and is Sam Darnold a good quarterback. I mean, that's bro. No one is saying they're not having good years. You're just saying that Terry McLaurin isn't a top 10 receiver, and I personally think he is. It's at the end of the day, it's all opinionated.
I think he's at 10.
You know what I'm saying?
I think he's at 10. Like I don't think he's a top 5, top 4 dude. He's at 10. But he's at 10. That's his mind.
He's at 10, borderline 11, 12. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what we're trying to say.
No one is saying Debo is bad. No one is saying DJ Moore is bad. We personally would take Terry McLaurin over Debo Samuel and DJ Moore. Then as yours is flipped, where you would take Debo and DJ Moore over Terry, and that's totally fine. It's not like one of these guys are just superior than each other. They're both right there with each other. You know what I'm saying? We're not comparing Terry McLaurin and Devontae Adams.
This year, Debo's been better than Terry. That I will give you that.
Yeah, right.
This year. Let him get a quarterback. We got a discussion next year. Period. I'm riding my boy Terry. All right,
Facts.
That's my boy. But all right, so we're gonna predict the rest of the schedule. Stoner has a schedule in front of us, and we're gonna go ahead and predict the rest of it. Can we agree we're gonna lose the Bucs game? Can we just skip that one, please?
Nah. No, yes. I have to stay with my gut. When I did my season prediction video before the start of the season, I said the only upset we'll have was the Tampa Bay. What would I look like going against my word? I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Although we've been terrible, I have to. I can respect with my bold prediction and my
predicted before the season started. Okay, I respect.
I think I'm the only one that truly thinks we're going to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I do. I really feel it. And if I'm wrong, so what? You know what I'm saying?
That's right. So what?
40 on our head in the first half. It's remember that Skins Giants game in 2018 when we had to start Mark Sanchez? It was down 40-0. It might get like that. Get ready. I'm just saying.
I'm calling it now. We're beating them.
Don't be surprised.
When we beat them, I want a shout out from you and everybody out there.
You'll get it.
Bro, matter of fact, bro, I'll react to your video. I'll do more. I got you. I'll react to your video and give you a shout out. And shout out to my community tab. We went. Fine.
And when the game ends,
I would do all three. Just for Juan. Just for Juan. Shout out to Juan. You know what I'm saying?
When Tampa wins 37-7, then you got to come out and say, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know.
You know I'm gonna do that, but I can't. What do I look like going against my word, man? That is our upset of the year. I'm calling it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta stay with my word.
I called it last year. Upset the Steelers. I said it last year. Yep. You said it. Everybody said, "Hey, Protect said it." So, hey, that's your upset of the year, bro. I respect it, and I hope you are correct. I want you to be right. Darn it.
That's right. That's right. I would be happy to be wrong.
We down 40-0, and we see Louis T make a video about it. That's all.
I'm not gonna be surprised. You know. I'm going in it as everybody is with every single game, hoping for the best, expecting the worst. That's literally been this mantra for the past 30 years, man.
So, yeah, Terry doesn't have a quarterback. Top 5. That's not an issue. Terry get one. Terry won't be top 5, but Terry has potential. Terry's a dog, period. Yeah. But yeah, I like Debo too. Debo has definitely been balling. What's up, Daniel? What's up, bro? What's going on with you? Yes, QB is next year's Dan. It better be no damn Daniel Jones. Stop what you doing. Stop that foolishness. All right, so Juan's picking the Washington football team with the Bucs. We're both me and Stoner are of course picking the Bucs. Yeah. Okay. We play Carolina after that. I actually will be attending that game. I'm going to go visit my brother in North Carolina. Go visit my nieces. So I will definitely be attending that game. Probably won't vlog it. I just wanted to spend time with the family, but definitely going to that game. Should be fun. I hope we get a victory. I'm picking us to beat the Panthers. I think we're a better football team. Sam Darnold stinks. He's worse than Taylor Heineke. He stinks. Give me the Washington football team. Man, that's all I'm saying.
Give me the Washington football team.
Do it for Ron.
Do it for Ron.
Do it for Ron. Yeah.
And do it for Curtis.
Curtis too.
You pick Carolina?
Do it for Curtis. Do it for
Heineke, former Panther.
Do it for
Scott
Heineke.
Turner.
Do it for half of the. Do it for half of the management. Do it for everybody. That's right.
So you're picking Carolina?
I'm picking. I pick a Washington.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We're all picking it. We're all picking the Washington football team. That's fine.
So I got us 2 in a row.
So we gotta play Seattle at home with Russ. I hope without Russ, but
that's my guy.
Russ gotta have super rejuvenating fingers and crap.
That's my guy.
Go away.
I love Russell Wilson. He's my favorite player in the NFL. Favorite player of all time.
I know that.
You know what I'm saying? Russell Wilson, I love you, my guy. And I was praying when he got hurt that he would miss our game, but it's looking like he's not. I don't hope that he's not 100%, but I just hope he has an off night, Monday night. But I'm going to pick us to lose this game. I said we're going to lose it at the start of the year. So I do have us losing that game. And we don't play good on Monday night.
Yeah, that's true. That's a Monday night game, but we won last year on Monday night. It wasn't a Monday night football game, but remember we played Pittsburgh on Monday night. Right, because Pittsburgh had all that COVID stuff and they had to keep pushing. But anyway, we won on Monday night. It wasn't Monday Night Football, but I think they'll beat Seattle. They always play Seattle tough. They usually lose, but they always play them tough. It comes right down to late in the game. I don't know what's going to happen, who's going to be the hero, but I think they beat Seattle at home.
Please, I hope
in the regular season. Yes.
Postseason, we should have won 2012, but we know what happened.
I'm talking 2007. I'm talking 07.
Does RG off topic, right? Well, on topic, off topic. But if RG3 stays healthy, do you guys think we win that game?
We're gonna win that game. Yeah, we'll win that game.
We go to the Super Bowl. We went to the Super Bowl if we stay healthy. F all that.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. We went to the Super Bowl. I wouldn't be surprised.
We played the Ravens in the goddamn Super Bowl.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm going Juan. I'm going Juan's theory here. I picked it to beat Seattle at the beginning of the season. I'm sticking to it. We beat them daggone Seahawks.
Let me be wrong.
I'm tired of losing to him. I'm tired of losing to Russell Wilson. We don't beat him with Dwayne Haskins for crying out loud, playing like trash. If we could hang on with Dwayne playing like garbage, darn it, we could beat him with I don't know who, Heineke or Fitzpatrick. I don't know. We're in this game, okay? Shoot.
I hope so, man. If we can go into Seattle and beat him with Josh Doxson, highlight of his career, we can do it here. Come on, let me be wrong.
Seattle. My man had
his highlight of his career, man. Yep, he is so worth it. He was so worth the first round draft pick.
Don't be sarcastic, Juan. Please don't do that. Man. Well, we play next owner after the.
I think it's the Raiders.
Yep, got the Raiders after that.
I had us winning this game. The Giants exposed a lot. I would be more confident if they would have beat the Giants. And then we could, I have this thing where I think if an NFC East team beats a team, and then we have them in a few weeks, then they, regain and beat us. So I have that thing where I feel like we're going to lose, but I picked us to win. I'm going to pick us to win. I think the boys, if I was a coach, I would have the boys flying out to Las Vegas that Monday, practice there and have I like this thing, and this is off topic again, but I like this thing that builds chemistry. Let them go have fun, be safe, obviously, but go have fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Build some chemistry so then come Sunday, you guys could go ball up. But that's off topic here. The Raiders doesn't have a number one receiver. We know what's going on with that whole situation. They're one of the front runners to get Odell. Hopefully they don't because we got them down the pipe. And God, man, Darren Waller is going to tear us to shreds, but I think we're still going to win. I think we're going to win that game.
Yeah, we're beating Vegas. We're beating Vegas out in Vegas.
Yep.
There's going to be a nice contingent of Washington
I'm picking up that too. I'm picking up that too. I picked it at the beginning of the season too, so I'm rolling with it. I picked
them to beat the Bucks at the beginning of the season, but I can.
You gotta stay with your word. I can
switch it.
Nah, I've been betting against word. Tom. I think we're gonna beat the Raiders, man.
I've been betting against Tom Brady for 20 years, and that hasn't worked out very well for me. So I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
But I will say this though. I think the Raiders' drama is going to eventually catch up to them. It's no way it's not.
Yeah, I think it already has.
Yeah. I mean, them losing to the Giants, I don't think that's enough. I mean, it's going to catch up to them. They're going on a losing streak, kind of lose some momentum, some morale. Their car going to go crazy. Like, I'm tired of losing receivers and first round picks to dumb stuff. We got Damon Arnett toting guns that look like bazookas on Instagram, and we got Henry Ruggs killing people. Bro, it's too much going on in Vegas right now in that organization for them to focus on football. It's going to catch up to them. We're going to spank them boys. Give me the Washington football team.
Yes. Hey, Derek Carr, you can come to Washington. I know we're toxic, but we're not that toxic.
Man, we don't kill people and tote guns. Come to Washington. Good one, Juan. That was perfect.
So we all got the Raiders winning. I mean, no, Washington winning. Sorry, we all got Washington winning.
Yeah, Washington winning.
And then
I got them going on a 3-game winning streak off the bye, I believe.
Me too. Wait.
No, after Tampa.
I had us Tampa, Carolina, then we're losing to Seattle, then we beat the Raiders. So we're gonna win their first 3 out of 4 coming out.
We all got them 3 out of 4.
Okay.
They all got 3 out of 4. Ooh, we catch fire off the bat.
NFC Gauntlet right here, right? NFC Gauntlet.
It's the Gauntlet. It's the Gauntlet.
Yeah, I don't know what the order is, but we can just say
we play the Cowboys first.
I know that for
certain.
You got Cowboys
twice. I'll put it up right here.
Eagles twice, and then you got the Giants.
You got the Giants in week 18. I know that for certain.
Yeah, I got it.
So just like Dallas, Philly, Giants.
Yeah, it's Dallas. So it's Dallas, or Dallas, Philly, Dallas, Philly, Giants.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it right. So Dallas first, December 12th, 1 p.m. I have us winning this game. I had us splitting with the Cowboys. That's not looking likely now, but and hopefully the Broncos have opened up something that we could see on film. And by that time, hopefully the Cowboys are, back down to earth. So I have us winning this game because I had us splitting to go, to start the season. So I'm not going to go against my word again. So I have us winning this game.
Well, I had losing this at the beginning of the season. I'm not switching my mind. We're getting spanked. Right. That's what I would say. Go ahead, Stoner.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this game either. Dallas offensively, if everybody's healthy, I don't know how you stop that team. I mean, they have so many weapons, and all of a sudden our 27th or 28th ranked defense is going to rise up and stop. I just don't see it.
Yep. All right. The next,
I'm done.
I got you, Protect. I got it in front of me here. So next is the Eagles at Philly.
Get them Eagles out of here. Get them bummers Eagles out of here.
I don't know though, man.
We're going to visit an old friend, Ryan Carey. You should never left. We're gonna spank them boys.
We going to the link, man. We're going to the link, man. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about going to the link. I had us sweeping them now. I had us sweeping them at the start of the season, but as unbiased as possible because I hate the Eagles. No, I'm not changing my mind. All I'm saying is I'm being unbiased. I hate the Eagles. I hate the Cowboys. I hate the Giants because I'm more Washington fans, obviously. But as an NFL fan, I like Jalen Hurts, man. I think he's starting to see it a little bit. Sure. I think he's starting to see it, man. And him and Devontae Smith could be a duo to reckon with in the future if they get that defense right. I hate the Eagles. It just doesn't feel right giving them compliments, man. But I had to be real. But no, I'm not gonna go into my word. I had us sweeping on the start of the season. I'm gonna stay like that. We're gonna beat Philly in the link December 26th, or is that no? That's December 19th, rather. December 19th, and then after that, we got the Cowboys again. Is this Sunday night? It's a night game. It's a night game. December 26th, the day after Christmas. So I don't know what day Christmas is on, but I'm assuming this is a Sunday night game. I could be wrong. Okay, a Sunday night game, December 26th. Cowboys.
I'm gonna double check to make sure, but I believe it's a Sunday night. Yes, it's a Sunday night game.
Okay, Washington at Cowboys. Talk to me.
We don't do on prime time.
It's not going to change from 2 weeks earlier. I don't think it's going to be the same thing. So I think the Cowboys are going to sweep us this year. They just, man, their talent is too much. Their talent is just too much offensively. And I don't think that's anything that this
and defensively they're very underrated. Like Trayvon Diggs.
I mean, they're not terrible, but I mean, what are we going to do?
Micah Park. They got star power. They don't have a bunch of good guys, but they have guys who stand out. Like Micah Parsons stands out. Trayvon Diggs stands out. Right. Guys like that stand out. Like that's my thing with the Cowboys. They don't have a bunch of super talented defensive players. No. Heck no. But they have some studs. They got specifically two. And there are a problem. Especially Mr. Diggs, Mr. Interception. That's catching every pick every week. Ridiculous.
And I have us me personally, I have us losing this game just like everyone else. I have us splitting though. I had us beating them at home and losing them at their crib, AT&T, Jerry's World. So I have us losing that game. And the next game, Eagles, January 2nd, 1 p.m. at our house.
I'm going to that game. We spanking them. I can't watch them lose.
Yep.
No, I'm not about to go watch these fools play and lose. No.
I had us sweeping them too, so I think we're going to beat the Eagles.
Yep, I agree. I think we're sweeping the Eagles this year.
Mm-hmm. All righty. And then to close out the game, we got the Giants again. And after that, Protech is going to take back over his show because it's not my show, guys. I know it sounds like it. This is my man Protech show. But to close out the game, the schedule, we have the Giants at the Meadowlands. I believe in my prediction video I had us splitting with them, so I think we're gonna lose this game too. I hope we win, but I think we're gonna lose because what if this game is for the last wild card spot? I know it sounds crazy now because we're 2-6, but we never know. If it is, hopefully we win. You know what I'm saying?
We're definitely beating the Giants.
I think the way we got it,
okay.
All of us got them like at 7-10.
I got them at 8-9. I think they're gonna go
7-10, 8-9ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck. We can't get a quarterback.
I think they're gonna go 6-3.
I think we might be able to. Me personally, and I haven't watched every quarterback. Last Saturday was my first time watching Matt Corral and Malik Willis in live. I don't think there's going to be that guy. Yeah, you may have that one guy that goes high, but I think these guys are going to be spread out throughout the first round, the first 10 picks. And as long as we're in the first 10, picks, or even if we have to trade up, if you love a guy, you can do that this year. Again, I want to go back to Stoner's point earlier in the show. I wanted Chase Young. I love Chase Young. I think his potential is out the roof. He's going to be way better, you know what I'm saying, when he gets, more experience, more stuff in his tool bag. But it's starting to look more and more like we really botched that second overall pick, because it doesn't matter how bad this team is going to be this year. We're not going to be in a position to be the number two overall pick ever again under Ron's tenure, in my opinion, at least. I think number 2 was the highest we ever gotten, and in that position, I think you should have took a quarterback now. But you can say that now. I'm gonna be honest. I'm saying that now because of what I've seen, but. When we drafted him, I wanted him. So I'm not going to sit here and lie. I still believe in Chase Young. I still riding with Chase Young. I have his jersey. That's my guy, PG County native. So, of course, I'm going to ride with him. So I think he's going to turn it around. But, yeah, I just wanted to point back to that earlier.
Yeah, and it feel like for the second time in 8 years, we might have botched it. Might have, because, we botched with the RG3 trade and everything else.
Who?
But with the
Bob Griffin trade, when you look back at it, we obviously botched the RG3 pick, but just like with the Chase Young pick, it was the right move. It was the right move to trade all of those draft picks.
Was the right move
for RG3. It was the right move. It just didn't work out, and that might be the same here with Chase Young. It was the right move at the time. But you look back on it and you say
this.
You shouldn't have done
that. I will say this. In the 2020 draft, I think I was back in my chair. I'm going to archives. Go look. I'm not gonna. I can't link them in here right now. Okay, go look. Okay, go look. Back in the day, the Protect didn't have the setup and everything. Okay, go look at those videos. And I said maybe we should trade back. Maybe Chase Young ain't the guy that we thought he is.
Right,
Mr. Predator. I said, but hey, you take him. I'm fine with it. But we should explore.
But if you had traded back, who would you?
They never explored moving back. I wish they explored it at least.
Who would you have taken if you had traded back? I mean, you would have taken 2.
Back then, honestly, I probably would have took Herbert. In not knowing what he is now, I would took him. I would took Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I wanted Chase. I'll be honest. I didn't know enough.
I wanted Chase, but they moved back and Herbert. I would have been mad.
I didn't know nothing about Herbert for real. I knew about Tua because he went to Alabama, but I didn't want Tua. It was the right pick. I wanted Chase Young. You know what I'm saying? There was no other guy besides Joe Burrow that I really wanted, so I wanted Chase. I'm not going to back down from it.
Right.
That's my guy. He's only 21 years old, bro. Like, he has so much more room to develop.
22 years young.
Or 2022 now, or 22 now. So he's still super young. I think, honestly, guys, if Ron Rivera does this, it could be for the better. If he fires Sam Mills and finds another defensive line coach, that could be really good for Chase Young. I'm honestly thinking we would have kept on to Jim Tom Sula, and I think he actually wanted to move on. I think he wanted to move on, though, so I don't think Ron really fired him. I think it was like a mutual agreement that he wanted to move on. If we would have kept Jim Tom, I think Jim Tom would have had Chase Young, in a better predicament. Now, again,
I think he had all the guys eating for real. Not even just Chase, all of them.
I could be wrong and, believing that Sam Mills isn't, teaching them or showing them film, but it's not looking like it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's no way you sit here and watch film with this guy every day and you don't critique him and he's going out there and doing the same thing over and over again. The best play that I've seen from Chase Young so far this year is in the preseason where he sacked Cam Newton. Are you kidding me? You guys see that? Yeah, that was the best play that I've seen.
That sack fumble on Jameis Winston wasn't bad either.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. A fumble on Javonte Williams to get the ball back late was pretty good too.
It's not enough of those plays.
I will say he had a couple pass deflections this year too. He's like he flashes. He just not consistent. But let me get back.
That'll come over time.
I will say this. I will definitely say this. If Jim Thompson was still the defensive line coach, I think definitely would be better. I got to put some of the onus on Jack Delroy and some on Ron too. Because there's been some pass rushers who have now been retired. They were trying to show Chase Young some moves, and Ron declined. Ron should let that boy get taught. Forget all that. I don't care. If you weren't teaching them, let someone teach them, for goodness sakes. Don't reject teaching. I think that's crazy. Let the kid learn. Like, let him learn. Let him get a toolbox. Next year, I don't want to hear no, like, this year, whatever is whatever. If he doesn't finish with having a good year, fine. I'll let it go. Next year, though, this 2022 season coming up, I'm going to need him to have a rip move, spin move, something. I need to see something in that toolbox.
So let me ask you guys.
Rushes and bull rushes expect to win every week. It's not going to work. They're going to ask you guys and say, hey, we're going to stop you. Where do you think you're going? Think you're going somewhere? Get off me. Think you're going somewhere?
Well, let me ask you guys this.
Move to do?
do you guys really think that he's not being taught anything and he's not watching film and he's not practicing other things? Do you think he's just going out there and
I think they're
coaches are saying just bull rush and go?
I don't think that.
No, I think they are.
Yeah.
I think they really are.
I don't think that. Like I said, I don't know because I'm not in the building. I only know what I see on Sundays, and what I see on Sundays is the same thing I've been seeing since week one. So at some point, it's coaching. It's no way you practice with this guy every day. You watch film with this guy every day. You see him play every Sunday, and you're not telling them. And again, I don't know if they're telling them anything, but I know what I see on Sundays, and it's the same BS that I've been seeing since week one. For sure. So again, yes, it's on Chase to go out there and perform, but it's on these coaches to put them in the best position to perform. That's why we got him. I'm not putting it on Ron to, get Chase Young right. I'm putting it on Ron for the decision he made to get these guys in here. He put his trust in these guys, and they are, failing him right now. So I'm putting it on Ron from that aspect. But no, I think he's watching film. I don't know if they're. I want to say yes. I want to say yes. Actually, I want to say yes. They are. Teaching them. At least that's what I want to think because that's what they should be doing. But no, I think Chase is working his tail off. He's not Dwayne Haskins. He's not going out there and not watching film. He's watching film and he's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully it changes the second half of the season. Hopefully he finishes on a tear because I think this dude has the potential to be a top pass rusher in the league. So
now I will say this. I'm not questioning Chase Young's work ethic. No. Heck no. I will never question that. I think the dude is a extremely hardworking young man. I am questioning his coaching staff, and if they had this number 2 pick, this is their prized possession pass rusher. They are going to coddle this kid. I think they're coddling him. I don't think they're critiquing him. I think they're like, all right, well, you could work on this. They're doing slight critiques, like, oh, you could work on this, Chase. It's not that bad, da-da-da. Instead of digging in his tail and say, look, you suck right now. Get it together. They're like, oh, no, Chase is okay. Just work on a spin move in the offseason. It'll be they're coddling him. They're not digging in his tail and tell him, stop what you're doing and fix it. And not doing that. Remember that Ron a halftime press conference he had that went viral and everybody watched when he got hired here? No one's doing that to Chase, I don't think. I don't think Chase is getting that treatment. I don't. Because if you got that treatment, he would have fixed this crap by now. What else? Hey, can't just be him.
Why? It could be.
Man,
maybe he was just overrated. Maybe he was just overrated.
Stoner, you're right, but it's not even 2 seasons yet. I can't say that.
For sure.
And this is not just him. Deron Payne has disappeared too. Does he have a sack this year? It's not just Chase.
Let me check.
Besides John Fennell,
he's got a couple. He's got a couple sacks.
More than a sack and a half.
Yeah, I know, but it's the thing about football is it's not anything as simple as just saying the coaching's bad or the player is bad or the scheme is bad or Del Rio's bad or William Jackson is bad. It's just a whole combination of a lot of little things that adds up.
On a good point.
But William Jackson is not a terrible cornerback. He's just not.
No,
right?
I don't.
And Kendall Fuller is not a terrible cornerback. But if Chase Young and the other guys on the front are not getting pressure, then they're not going to be able to cover as well.
That's true.
Or on the back end with the safeties, the same thing. It all has to work together. And maybe the coaching is not great, and maybe the playing is not great, and the players are not great. It's just not so easy to just say Chase Young is not good because he's not putting in the work, or Chase Young is not good because he's getting bad coaching.
It's multiple things.
It's so many things that go into it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you look at the results and he's not doing something. They got to switch something up, whatever it is.
Yeah, I agree.
They're talking about moving him to the right side now, right? He's been playing on the left side, and maybe that'll help.
Maybe that too. But all I'm saying is this. The kid works his tail off. I don't think it's his work ethic.
In his Instagram videos, he does.
Maybe he might be slightly distracted too. I did say that in other videos too. I said, look, Chase need to get the freak off Instagram and get to find a second pass rushing move. Get the HE hockey stick off of goddamn Instagram, damn it. Get off of it. Get off.
He's not a big. I wouldn't say.
Only during the week, bro. I mean, like, after the game, you just lost, bro. You're gonna post your play on Instagram. Come on, son. So, timing, bro. Do it tomorrow. I mean,
he's not a Dwayne Haskins. You know I'm talking from the aspect of social media. Chase will post here and there, but I mean, he's not a guy that's just like, dude, you don't go work out. You know, and so I'm just gonna stay patient with Chase, man. I'm gonna trust the process. He's 21. I do think he's going to turn around in the second half, but it's going to be hard now with no test for the next couple of weeks with the jaw. How do you actually get a jaw fracture with a helmet on? Like, what happened? Do anybody have the play that like where it happened? Because I actually want to see.
They got a wide shot of it.
I think maybe like a blocker might just smack him in his jaw.
Yeah, it looked like maybe.
Yeah, your jaw is quite fragile, bro. Like, you know, people get hit dead in their jaw, bro. Like,
and plus it was
quite fragile. It's not a very strong bone. It could definitely get broken very easily.
It was a non-displaced fracture, so it's not like
there's
a big crack and it moved way over. It's just something inside there, maybe like you got a little hair. You know, who knows?
It's like a small break in the jawline.
You just can't have people hitting them while that's there. It'll just make it worse. So he's got to sit out. But Chase's first game, if he moves over to the right side, which is what they seem to be talking about, he's going up against Tristan Wirfs, who just dominated him in the playoff game. You didn't see Chase Young make one play in that playoff game. And now he's going up against that dude again.
And Donovan Smith, like ProTech just said, on the left side too. So
spanked them. Both sides got spanked. This is bad.
Yeah, so
I don't expect nothing from him this week. I'll wait for it.
We'll give him time. I'm with you, Juan. You can't give up on him. Obviously, he's obviously got the talent. He's got the work ethic from everything that we can tell. He's got the attitude. Right? He's a good kid. He seems to have his head on straight and everything. So you can't give up on him. However. Somebody calls and somebody from Houston, and they said, "Hey, listen, Deshaun, all those cases have been cleaned off the books. He's good to go. We want Chase, we want Montez, we want Terry McLaurin and Sam Cosby." And I would be like, "Where do I sign?"
Hell,
you can have all of them.
What?
You can have all.
Deshaun don't have a team then.
Whoa!
Huh?
No! Hold on.
You can have every player.
Chase Young and 3
and they gonna buy 1 picks on top of that.
No. I agree. I agree. If they say, we want Chase Young. Okay, right. I just had this conversation with a couple people last week. If Deshaun Watson was available and we were interested and they wanted Chase Young, I'm cool. But listen to what you just said, my man. Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Terry McLaurin, Sam Cosby, on top of 3 first-round picks that they're going to be asking for.
Okay, well, I mean, 3 first-round picks on top of
Chase Young, and
in that right protect.
Chase Young and 3 first-round picks, I think, would be good enough. And if they don't want to budge, then I'm cool. I would love Deshaun Watson, but we're setting up. This is what they talked about too. What did Martin Mayhew say when he first came? We don't want to mortgage the future. If you do that, you're definitely going against your word, which wouldn't surprise you because they've been doing that a lot this year, going against their word. So it wouldn't surprise me if they did something like that. But if I was the GM, I wouldn't do it. I would definitely trade Chase Young and a couple first rounds for Deshaun Watson. But if we're talking Chase, Terry, and Montez, I'm hanging up the phone. I'm blocking your number.
Those are 3 first rounders.
Yeah, but
Montez,
you can't replace
they're already
call,
first rounders.
If the Texans call, look, you say you want all 4 of these dudes for all Sam Cosby off the table. I'm not trading Sam Cosby. No, you asked me with my franchise left tackle. You lost your mind. Number 2, you want Terry? I want Brandon Cooks, and I want a pick back. You got picks? I forgot you don't got no picks yet. I forgot y'all. I don't have.
Yeah,
picks.
so that's bad. Literally, all they have to offer is Deshaun Watson. They don't even have first-round picks. So no, exactly. They're not getting Terry.
Look. I'm gonna give 3 1s and Chase. Take it or leave it. You say no? Okay, have a great day.
High five me through the screen. That's exactly what I'm doing. Chase and 3 first rounds. If you don't want it, I'm hanging up. I love Chase, man, but if you have an opportunity to get Deshaun Watson, what? Are you kidding me? I would take that with a heartbeat.
I mean, we're kind of saying the same thing, that basically you can have whatever you want for the non-criminal Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
if
because
he's got anything hanging over him, I wouldn't give him a bag of donuts for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
give you 7th round.
You were saying that we had 3 first-round picks. You were saying we had 3 first-round picks, like essentially, right there. But how is it? How I want to say, do you really think we're going to be able to replace Terry? Do you think we're going to replace Tez? I mean, yeah, you can say we can replace Tez because I mean, Tez has been good, but he hasn't been Myles Garrett good. So maybe you can find a new pass rusher in the draft or something like that. But my biggest thing is involving Terry with that deal. I mean, if you say Tez and Chase, I would be hurt, but I will understand that more than giving up Terry. I can't give up Terry.
I can't do both. I can't
do both. But if they were to give up those 2 instead of giving up Terry and Chase, I would be more eased with that than giving. I can't give up Terry, man. Terry, come on. No.
See, you're thinking with your heart. You're thinking with your heart.
I'm thinking with
your head. It's not working right now with Terry.
So let me ask you this:
right?
if we give up Terry,
time. If you involve Terry McLaurin in that trade, Deshaun Watson does not have number 1 receiver. You'll be stuck in the same situation he was with Houston without a 1. He needs a 1.
Right. So go get a 1. So go get a 1. Whether it's through the draft.
Chris Olave.
No, we don't know that. We don't know that.
Heck
we
no.
don't know that.
No.
But listen, you go get one then. Go get one. Rebuild
I understand that.
I understand that. If they want Terry, I want Brandon Cooks. If they can't do that, I'm not doing it.
All right, I'm the general manager for Houston. You're not getting Brandon Cooks.
I'm not arguing that logic. I mean, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? I totally understand it. Go get a new one. But I mean, they don't. Terry McLaurin doesn't grow on trees. And I know you may be like, "What? He's not. He hasn't been, a top 5." But I mean, he a guy from Terry from a character standpoint. Ron's big on character. You know what I'm saying? So
good for him. I'm big on
production. Football games.
I'm big on production. I don't care if the guy's a great character guy. That's a bonus.
With all due respect,
but I would take a guy who's a terrible guy if he gave me production.
Yeah, with all due respect, right? I mean, I didn't watch Sean Taylor. I was young. I was young when he was playing. About I was 3 when he was playing, so I was super. I didn't get to experience Sean Taylor, but what I heard, he wasn't a great person with the media. It was certain people that he liked, but he wasn't a great person with the media. So I would so he wasn't a great character, but he was a damn good family man and a damn good football player. So I'm with you. But Ron, he's big on character, which as he should be. But when you have a chance, just for an example, if you have a chance to get a Micah Parsons over at Damon Davis, yeah, you want the character guy. Yeah, the character guy would be good. No, give me Micah Parsons. I don't care what as long as he's staying out of legal trouble or not doing illegal things and he's cool. I don't care what he does off the field. As long as he's showing up every Sunday and he's performing, give me him, man. But
he can do illegal stuff too, as long as it doesn't get him suspended. Just as long as he doesn't get suspended and miss games. Character means not a lot to me. I like guys who have character, but if I'm running a team, I like guys who produce.
Because that gives me money.
That's exactly, and we get wins that way. Do you think Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay staff care about Antonio Brown and all the stuff that? Yeah. Do you think they give a rat's ass about all the trouble that Antonio Brown has been through? As long as he produces on the field, it doesn't matter about all that other crap.
No.
That's right. Tom Brady, Mr. Perfect, Mr. Perfect image and all this other stuff. I want Antonio Brown because he can play and he can help us
play
win
football.
And that just sparked up another conversation, guys.
I won't stay on the outline because we can spark it up.
Okay, yeah.
So these are very simple questions, and we can breeze through these. So we turn around this season? Yes or no is an open-ended question. Start with Stone and Juan, myself, and then we'll.
What does turnaround mean?
Can we make a push for a wild card spot?
No, absolutely not. Can we make our season respectable? Can we make the season respectable? Yes. I think they can get to 7 or possibly even 8 wins in the second half of the season. But that's not going to be good enough for a wild card spot.
Yeah. So for me personally, can they make a wild card push? Of course they can. Will they? No. You can do anything you want, but will they do it? No, because like Stone, honestly, you would think. Wait, so you think 9 is going to get the 7th seed?
Yes, 9.
9?
Yeah.
9 wins.
The Bears got it with 8 last year. I think 9 may do it too, but I wouldn't be surprised if an 8 and 9 team got that 7th seed. But with the trajectory of the NFC conference, it's not looking like that. Yeah, so it's looking more like 9 10.
NFC's been bad outside of top 5 teams.
So I don't think we're going to get a wild card spot unless we just go on a tear. I'm talking we go games where we only lose 2. We lose only 2 games or 1 game at max for the rest of the season. Other than that, I don't see us getting a wild card spot. I see us making our season respectable. I see us getting a respectable season towards the end and getting us some hope into the 2022 season, 2023. But I think we can turn it around from the aspect of making it respectable. But I want to say we can make a wild card push because we can, but will we? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I think we can turn around, but I don't think we will. I think we finish 6-11, 7-10 around there. Probably have a top 10 draft pick and take your franchise quarterback.
Well, and then
that's how I see the season ending.
To add on to that,
but what's the division games though?
Yeah, to add on to that, 6-11, 7-10 from your way of turning around, that could be turning around, getting 7 wins. You know what I'm saying? Finishing 7-10.
You had 2 in the first half. You had 5 in the second half. That is kind of turning it around upside down. So
that's not what I want, though. I want us to make I hope we make a late playoff push and get that 7th seed. You know what I'm saying? And if we get that 7th seed, I hope Dallas has that 1 seed so we can play them and upset them, man. Woo! You know what I'm saying?
You want to have the 2 seed you meant? Because they had the 1 seed.
The 2 seed. Yeah.
That would be fun. That would be fun. That was possible for sure. Mm-hmm. Next. Is it still Ron's plan for you, or you team F Ron? I'm gonna let Juan start this one.
Yeah,
my answer is gonna be very, very surprising to a lot of people.
So for me, yes, I'm still Ron's plan. Why wouldn't I be? Who else are we gonna get at this current juncture? You know what I'm saying? So I'm still Ron's plan. I'm still putting my faith in Ron. He has 5 years to turn around this team, and next year for me is going to be the telling year of what his tenure in Washington is going to be. If he finished next year's season, let's say 11 wins, then you can see Ron turning around because he said, what does he like to say? It takes 3 to 5 years to change a culture in the military. It takes 3 to 5 years. So next year is going to be my telling year for him because he said 3 to 5 years. But if he finished this same season or next season on the same trajectory that this season is heading, then I think you might have to consider cutting the cloth. But again, does Daniel Snyder have the balls to do that? I don't think so because I feel like he gave Ron Rivera so much power over his franchise, which I'm not discouraging because I would rather Ron be in control than him. So I think next year is a telling year for him. So, yeah, I'm still Ron's plan, long story short.
Oh, 100%. I'm still Ron's plan. I mean, he's only a year and a half into this whole thing. You have to give it time. Nobody turns around an entire franchise. He's already turned the roster over like 75% in just a year and a half. So give that time to work. But here's where Ron is smarter than all of us. Next year, they are going to draft a rookie quarterback. So what does that do? That buys him 2 to 3 years, right? To be able to say, look, we got this rookie in here. So we need to develop him. Give me time to develop him and build the team around him, right? That's going to reset his clock. So he's definitely going to get his 5 years. but I'll always say this. I believe this wholeheartedly, that you don't fire a guy unless you know you have somebody better right behind him that you're ready to move in. I don't mean like an assistant coach ready to take his place, but whoever it is. You can't just say, I'm firing Ron and everything, and okay, now I got to go find somebody. Yeah. That never works. That's what they did with Dustin Hopkins. They said, we're cutting this guy. Okay, now who are we going to go get? You didn't have a plan for who's going to replace him. You were just like, I got to cut him. That doesn't work. If you're going to fire a guy, have a plan of who's going to come in and replace him. Not just, okay, now we're going to start finding somebody to replace him. No, you got to be ready for something like that. And like Juan said, Ron has got a lot of power on this team. And Dan is not just going to say all of a sudden after 2 years, let's cut it. Not going to happen.
I think now this is my thing with Ron. Before I give my answer,
I think we already know it.
Had a bunch of power. We saw how that went. One playoff berth in 4 years, and then 3-13. Franchise quarterback argued with the head coach. He going to the owner. Whole big mess. Whole bunch of bull crap, right?
Yeah.
He did it again. He made the same mistake twice. God darn it. I am Ron's plan as a head coach. I am fine with Ron Bird being the head coach. He don't need all this daggone power. He has too much power to me. Way too much. He's made way too many questionable roster decisions to me that really got me head shaking. For example, this comment right here. Why it takes so long for Landon Collins to move the linebacker? Why it takes you 6-7 weeks to realize dude ain't a safety and start playing him 30 yards off the freaking football? What are we doing? Also, it's like Cameron Curl was playing 50% of the snaps for the first 4 weeks. What's up with that? The dude had a incredible rookie season. Why is he not playing more? He started playing more, so he fixed that. Okay, give him that. Also, another thing, the quarterback position. You made a run at Stafford and failed. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. You mean to tell me you couldn't call the Broncos and move from 19 to 9 and draft Justin Fields? Find that very questionable.
Well, I mean, maybe he did. Maybe he did, and we just don't know.
I don't think he called.
Maybe he did.
I truly don't think he called. If he called, he might lowball him, which I think is also a bad decision. You're going to call and lowball, but don't waste your time calling.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, drafting Damon Davis. Now, I know he's a rookie. I know I say he's raw. Why didn't you just draft a more polished player at 19? Why you take a project at 19?
Right.
Find that very questionable. I love that Sam Cosby pick. Don't get me wrong. I'm questioning De'Ami Brown pick a little bit. Just a little bit. Injuries. A little raw at the position. Route running isn't where I thought it would be at. What I thought it was when he played at North Carolina. He's saying he needs some more polish from the route running and things of that nature. I think he's a little raw, but he could be good. He's taking potential overproduction outside De'Ami Brown, that is. And he's taking guys that have that need a lot of work, like projects in these drafts. And this kind of, even Antonio Gibson, as good he was last year, he was sort of a project. He's a converted wide receiver.
Still is.
Running back.
Still is, yeah.
It still is a project to this day. It seems like he's taking too many projects and not enough polished players. That is my problem with Ron. It's my problem with the front office. I'm teetering on Team Efron. I'm getting there. But he does have a caveat. He's not even franchise quarterback yet.
That's right.
So I'm gonna give it 2 years. I'm giving him a 2-year window. Next year and the year after. If they're not an 11-win team for the next 2 years, I'm done. Get him out of here. Give me another guy. Hey, if Eric Bieniemy's still available, somebody, whatever, Brian Daboll, pick an elite offensive mind that's available. Pick him up. We see happen with Matt LaFleur. We see happen with Sean McVay. All these guys are succeeding in their offensive-laden coaches. Go that route. I know you went that route with Jay Gruden. Didn't work out. I don't care. Try it again, darn it. Because if this doesn't work with Ron, you got to find a guy. And you got to have that plan in place. I'll put on a 2-year window. And bro, you ain't make the playoffs the last 2 years. You got one playoff berth off of a under 500 season with one division title in 4 years. Get the HEW, stick the hell out of here. Nice knowing you. I don't care. I'm slamming the door on your way out. Period. But right now, I'm teetering towards that route because of his roster decisions and things of that nature. Didn't see the shades of Everett for some reason after Bobby McCain's looked this bad. It's just certain things that's happening. I'm like, bro, come on. Like, you need to adjust quicker. You shouldn't be taking this long to make Landon a linebacker. You should make this long to bench Bobby McCain. He's trash. Why are you playing zone with William Jackson and Kendall Fuller and William Jackson a freaking man corner and so is Benjamin St. Jude? You have one zone corner and y'all all playing zone. Why are you doing this? Make Kendall Fuller play man. I don't care. If he gets burned, he gets burnt. Who cares? At least the other two corners look good. You can bench Kendall Fuller for that. I care. It's just like he's not making enough adjustments. It's not. He's doing the same old regular every week. Like we're the best fan since sliced bread, and we're not. Mm-hmm. And that's my problem. So I'm neutral right now, but
can I add on to that right quick? So for me personally, I think 4 years. I think in 4 years, if you have your assessment on Ron Rivera. In 4 years, if he's not winning, then you leave. I think 2 years, you're right. But I'm starting to think the reason why Ron Rivera drafted some of these guys and he's taking potential overproduction immediately because he's telling us it's a rebuild. It's going to take 2 to 3 years to rebuild this franchise. It's going to take 2 or 3 years for these players to get good. So I think what Ron is thinking is potential-wise in 2 to 3 years, while I'm rebuilding this franchise and while these players are getting better on and off the field and on season, off season, in 2 to 3 years, we're ready to rock and roll. I'm in my third year, fourth year. These guys are in their second, third year, and they're still young, and they're ready to rock and roll and contend. So I think that's why he's taking potential over immediate, production. But then again, as the same way I'm saying this, I can also say this: some of the guys that he selected, you could take other guys that are going to be, potential wise, but also producing at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So,
and one more thing to piggyback on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I understand he says a rebuild, awesome. Took 3 or 5 years, da. But like Stoner said, right? Why you benched the Wayne Haskins in week 4 last year if it's a rebuild? Why you try to go for a division title in year 1? It's a rebuild. And then hold up. Let's take it to the offseason. You pick up a veteran quarterback in Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Mm-hmm.
You pay $14 million to a 20-year-old corner. But it's a rebuild, right? Oh, okay. If it's a rebuild, you should let Brandon Sheriff walk. Why you give him $18 million for 1 season for? If it's a rebuild.
That's where Ron gets himself in trouble.
His own clock by making those moves. You make your clock go faster. You can't make an excuse as a rebuild no more. You won a division. I don't care 7-9. You won a division. You already accelerate your clock by making a playoff berth in your first season. And then you're making win now moves. Mm-hmm. So now you're telling me you want to win now. Mm-hmm. You can't hit me with the rebuild button on the back end. No, it don't work like that, bro. You can't catch me with that. Miss me with that. No, you don't. Bull crap.
That's probably the biggest problem I have is he just seems to just change direction from week to week. He just seems to 1 week it's rebuild, the next week it's win now with his moves. He's not necessarily he doesn't come out front and say that, but with a lot of the moves he makes, he just it's weird how that's happened. And he said a couple weeks ago, he said maybe it would have been better if we had not won the division, and therefore we wouldn't have these expectations upon us. And I think he's exactly right. He shouldn't have said that just so that we could see what he's thinking. But he is right because the expectations were so high because of that, because he went for it and he made these moves to get rid of that rookie quarterback or second-year quarterback, whatever he was. But it's just confined. Sometimes I can't figure him out from week to week when he gets up there and talks, and it just seems to change a lot.
And that's my problem.
And that bugs me. Yeah,
exactly. So we're gonna take this comment. Would you take Desmond Ridder? Get the other guy off the list, please. Spencer Rattler's trash. Or Sam Howell. Now, seeing me, Ridder's my favorite guy coming out this year. I love Desmond Ridder. Shout out to Jeris. Me and him are Ridder guys. I do like Sam Howell. I do like the fact that he did play with De'Ami Brown in college, so he has some chemistry already. So he has a chemistry with one of our receivers for even steps on the field, which is great. I like both of those guys. I'm indifferent. They draft either one of them, and I'm completely fine. Spencer Rattler's trash. So you two can go on that question. I'm not talking Spencer Rattler. He's awful.
Yeah, so for me personally, let me finish this. So for me personally, I wanted us to draft Spencer Rattler last year. I was hoping that he was coming out last year because he would have been a 3rd round pick, but smart for him for staying in school because now he's going to go in like the 1st round this year. I like Spencer Rattler or not Spencer Rattler. I like Desmond Ridder rather. I'll be honest, I haven't watched a ton of, Sam Howell. And the game I did, I believe, was the first week against VTech up in Blacksburg, and he did not look the best.
That was a good film to watch.
So, I haven't done my work on all of these quarterbacks yet. I know I've been hearing a lot of people been telling me, dude, Desmond Ridder, Sam Howell, Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis, Matt Corral. I haven't done my homework yet, but off of first and synopsis and off of some of the things that I know off of these guys, I would rather, go with probably, Spencer Rattler. Or I keep saying Spencer Rattler.
Desmond Ridder.
Desmond Ridder.
I love Desmond Ridder. That's my guy. Chargers fan here. Just wanted to thank you for the guys for Dustin Hopkins.
You're welcome.
You're glad you're welcome, buddy. Enjoy.
And with the us being Washington fans, and with things tend to repeat itself when it comes to the Washington football team, Dustin Hopkins will become a top 10 kicker for you guys, because look at Graham Gano, look at David Akers. They always stick a fork back into us because for some reason when they get out of Washington, they tend to perform better. So shout out to you, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Dustin Hopkins become one of the best kickers in all of football.
Well, it didn't happen with Kai Forbath.
What should these potential rookie quarterbacks would you be interested in? We're not talking Spencer Rattler. He's trash. So pick between Howell and Ridder. We're not talking about Spencer Rattler. He's awful.
This is a cop out. Okay, I want whoever Ron and the two Martys like. I don't know who it is.
Go.
Let them sell me. Let them sell me on who their quarterback is that they love so much. Because I'm not smart enough to look at. I could watch every single film of every single quarterback and figure out who I like and who I don't like, and I'll be totally wrong. I thought Justin Herbert was absolute garbage. I thought Josh Allen was absolute garbage. I thought Josh Rosen was the next Aaron Rodgers. I think Mac Jones was terrible. And all of a sudden, he's the best of the rookie class so far. Very early. Mm-hmm. I'm not good enough. If I was good enough to know who the right guy was, I'd be in the front office of some team. I'm not good enough. So I just want whoever they want, whoever they're going to sell me on. And if it's Rattler or Riddler or Ricky or Howell, or it doesn't matter. Just give me a young guy. Give me somebody who can develop and that we can all get behind until he gets out on the field and is terrible, and then we start all over with
that. Please don't say that. Please don't say that. Please don't say that.
Because that's just kind of what happens.
Yeah, I know.
We've tried.
Not everybody's Wayne Haskins Jr. or Bob Griffin III. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Let's hope.
Let's hope he finds his Cam Newton. Let's just hope that. I don't know. Let's just hope he finds his franchise quarterback. He did with Cam. He do it again. I hope so. Now, this is actually a question I was going to ask in the outline, but my man, Outlaw King 757, already asked this question. Shout out to my boy John. Do you think there's some coaching changes this off season? And also, what if we can't turn things around and we can't make this season a respectable season? Do you guys expect to see any coaching changes off season? And if you do, what they will be? I'm gonna start with Juan. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Okay.
You're gonna say something, so go ahead.
I'm gonna say no. I don't expect coaching changes this offseason. Would I change anything about this coaching staff? Yes. I'm leaving the three coordinators. I know, Scott Turner's bad, Jack Del Rio's bad. I'm still keeping those three. When Ron goes, they can go. You know what I'm saying? These are Ron's guys. I'm still trusting Ron, so I'm going to ride with Ron still. But as far as the positional coaches, Sam Mills, I'm getting rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Chris Harris, I think he's gonna get a defensive coordinator job soon. You know what I'm saying? I think he's that good. He has the potential to be that good. John Masco has been so good, man. He's been really, really good. Pete Hainer, he's been, I know a lot of people don't like talking about him, you know what I'm saying? But look what he's done with Logan Thomas, Ricky Seals Jones, and then the quarterbacks coach, forgot his name already. Ken Zampese. He's been really good too. You know what I'm saying? I know Taylor Heineke has been bad. I know, guys, but I think if we get our franchise quarterback, we're in good hands. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing that I think I would change personally would probably be Sam Mills.
Yeah, you're definitely going to see some changes, and I don't know if that's necessarily going to fix anything or bringing in a guy who's any better, but there's no chance Del Rio comes back next year unless, even if they have some kind of outstanding second half, the defense turns into last year's defense from the second half of the year. Even if that happens, then he's probably going to be up for a head coaching job somewhere. So I don't expect him to come back at all. And Turner, I think Turner is going to completely depend on the second half of this season. If they can turn things around offensively, which I think they will because they're going to get, hopefully, Curtis Samuel, Logan Thomas, De'Ami Brown back, then if that happens, then he will probably be back. But if they don't turn it around, the offense in the second half, he's going to be gone too. You can't have 2 years of mediocrity with your assistant coaches and expect everything to turn around in the next year. So they'll definitely change them out.
Yeah. As for me, I do think Del Rio will be gone, but it will not be because he's going to get fired. He's going to find a job somewhere else.
Right, exactly.
He's going to skip town before they fire him. But he knows good. He knows what's up. He get the heck out of here. Scott Turner. I know Tim's a Scott Turner guy. I don't know how you feel about Scott Turner, Juan. I think you're kind of neutral about Scott Turner. I don't know how you feel about Scott.
I'm a Scott Turner guy.
Okay, you're a Scott Turner guy. No offense. F Scott Turner. Get him the out of here. 7 times on Sunday. Get his bum. I'm kidding. It's a joke. But for real though, I'm going to give Scott Turner one more shot. He's not had a quarterback yet. He has to deal with Dwayne Haskins and Alex Smith on one leg and freaking Taylor Heineke and Kyle Allen for crying out loud, okay? So I will give him one more shot. I'm not a Scott Turner guy. I'm not like Scott Turner. I never want him here in the first place. We should have kept Kevin O'Connell. But no here, no there.
That's right.
No here, no there. He's here. But I will say this. If he gets a franchise quarterback next year and this offense is not improved dramatically, I don't mean it got to be a top 10 offense, but it can't be this bad, this consistently. Like, I know early in the season we looked okay, but we play against the Falcons and Giants. Come on, like, let's be real here. I know you can only beat what's in front of you, but darn, when we play a defense that's actually competent, this offense looked like trash. So that's on Scott on certain aspects of things, but they have a quarterback yet. So give him one more year. Can't get together. Gotta get the heck out of here. Del Rio's out of here because he's gonna find another job. Yeah, Mills need to get the heck out of here. Go call Jim Tom Sula and beg him to come back, for goodness sakes. And then finally, Chris Harris is going to be probably gone because he's going to find a defensive coordinator job. I completely agree. I love Chris Harris. I don't want him to walk. I want to give him defensive coordinator. Matter of fact, let's spin that. He gets a promotion. He becomes our defensive coordinator. He doesn't get to walk. Right. Give him what he deserves. He's been a great secondary coach for so long. Make him a defensive coordinator. Do what you're supposed to do in an organization and give him promotion.
I honestly haven't thought about that, but that could, make the secondary play even more better from the standpoint of this is our guy. You know what I'm saying? Now he's our defensive coordinator. That's going to make them more happy. So that's something I didn't even think about.
Yeah, I think if Del Rio gets the heck out of here and skirts off for another job, I think we should promote Chris Harris as a defensive coordinator, and I will take a very long look at Scott Turner. I really would. I know he didn't have a quarterback, so it might give him a pass, but I'm taking a look at him. because it's like, okay, we know you have sub-bar quarterback play, but you're putting your quarterback in some really precarious positions. Like he know the kid can't see above this daggone line. He calls no rollouts. Oh, we don't use this guy's mobility. We don't use RPOs. We don't use zone read. Where's the thing to take advantage of his mobility? Like they don't do that either. They don't change the launch point for Taylor Heineke. They don't do the little things to help him succeed. Where's the run game? You don't run the football enough. Those are things that I'm looking at Scott Turner like, bro, fix this, or you need to get the hell out of here. We'll find somebody who do it. There's an Eric Bieniemy out here. There's a Brian Daboll out here. They might looking for head coaching jobs, but if they can't get one, you pay them head coach like money to be our offensive coordinator because they're better than the heck you are. So I'm just looking like, hey, Scott, get together, or you need to get the hell out of here. So I think we have two. I think, in my opinion, honestly, we're gonna have two new coordinators. One's gonna be promoted from his spot when Delaware get the heck out of here. And I think we're going to hire another offensive coordinator. I really think we'll switch coordinators. I think we do need to. Because both of them are not putting each side of the ball in position to succeed week after week. They're inconsistent. We got to switch both of them. I completely agree with Stoner there. I think that's the last question. So any last comments before we get out of here?
Nah, man, I appreciate you for having me on, man. This was fun. This is the first time I heard about my man Stoner, so that was fun working with you, and I'll definitely go check out your channel after this. Tone, man, we're starting to go way back, not really way back, but we're getting there. Almost we're getting there. You know what I'm saying? I have to believe we've known each other for a year, so we're climbing. You're my guy. So I appreciate everyone for, coming through on my man Tone's channel. I appreciate you for having me on, for even, asking me to come on. That's an honor, man, because, again, I'm nobody, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a fan, just like everybody else that talks about the Washington football team. So I appreciate you for having me on, man. It means a lot.
Yeah, no problem, Stoner. Matter of fact, I'm going to guys plug our channels, and we're going to take this one last question, and we're going to get out of here. So, Grion Yuki, shout out to Yuki. He comments this. Do you think Kyle Allen's time to shine, or is it Heineke going to be the star regardless of this season, or is Ryan Fitzpatrick going to come back? Let's throw that in there too. We'll start with Stoner, then Juan, and then myself.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Taylor Heineke is Kyle Allen. They're the same guy, except Heineke probably has a little bit better legs, but they're the same guy. There's a reason Kyle Allen has been sitting on that bench this long. They see him in practice every day. They've seen him for years now. He's been with Ron for years. He's simply a safety net for him. He is to Ron what Colt McCoy was to Jay Gruden. He's just that safety net, that guy that he wants to have around,
safety net
that he knows can go out there and be a competent guy if he needs him to. But he's not a starter. He's not. He's just a guy. They're all Jags. They're all just guys.
Jags. Exactly.
They're all Jags. So it doesn't matter. So, but if I think, it's not going to be his time to shine for sure. Does he get into the game? Does he get in some games towards the end of the year? He certainly might. But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
Yeah. So for me,
he said it doesn't matter.
Sorry, Yuki. It doesn't matter.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So for me personally, same. It doesn't matter, bro. They're literally the same player. Like they're literally the same player. Sure. So it doesn't matter. Only way I see Ron making a QB change is if Ryan Fitzpatrick comes back. But honestly, I think his career may be over. 38 years old, man. And he suffered a hip flexor, which I didn't even know a hip flexor was that serious. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And again, it may be super serious because he's 38 years old and his body's up there in age and it's rough on him. But I didn't know a hip flexor was that serious, or a hip subluxation. I always struggle with that
subluxation, word. Yeah.
Subluxation.
Whatever it is, it ain't good.
It hurts. It hurts.
So
he's still on crutches, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. They said he's still on crutches, and so the only way I see a QB change happening is if Fitzpatrick comes back. If that doesn't happen, it's because it's Taylor Heineke for the rest of the season, and it's no different if we go to Kyle Allen. Again, if we were to go to Kyle Allen, I'm not mad because, again, you're basically getting Taylor Heineke, so it doesn't matter, bro. We have nobody on this roster that's going to put us over the top, including Ryan Fitzpatrick. So Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I completely agree with both of you guys. It doesn't matter. But if I was picking a guy, I think they're going to Kyle Allen. I think Ross Ron's guy. I think he's like, look, Taylor's turning the ball over too darn much. We're getting tired of this bull. Look, I'm throwing Kyle in there. I think Kyle to me is better than Taylor Heineke. Marginally better. It's like this. It's like this. It's like
nah.
It's like
mine's is flipped, but it's like that for me. But I think Taylor Heineke's better. I think.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's going to Kyle Allen after this Bucks game if Taylor does struggle, and I think he's going to roll with Kyle the rest of the season. I don't see Fitzpatrick coming back. I think his career is a wrap. I completely agree with that. And it's time to get our franchise quarterback. I cannot wait, for goodness gracious. New name, new coordinators, new quarterback. I'm excited. Yes, sir.
Yeah, for next year already.
You're basically starting to rebuild over if you do that.
Hey. One of those coordinators with Chris Harris. So it's not that bad.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I honestly think if we're drafting our franchise guy, they're going to give Scott Turner a year to, be with himself. Man, I'm telling you, bro, Scott Turner.
You're right. I'm just trolling. I
know. I'm just saying, Scott Turner isn't as bad as it seems, bro. I understand. My biggest
he's inconsistent.
My biggest pet peeve with Scott Turner is his situational play calling. This is my biggest thing with him, and I say this every single game day stream when I stream the games. He runs the ball on 1st and 10. Oh, he throws the ball on 1st and 10. It's an incompletion. Then it's 2nd and 10. Then he runs the ball on 2nd and 10. You only pick up 2-3 yards. Now it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7, and you put in your undrafted free agent quarterback Taylor Heineke in a predicament to pick up 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 7s, and he's most likely not going to do that. And now you're not. Now it's a 3 and out, and you're punting the ball. You know what I'm saying? So my biggest thing with Scott Turner is his situational play calling and his play calling in the red zone. If he can fix those two things, he can be a very good offensive coordinator.
For sure. I don't think Scott Turner is horrible. Let me never phrase that. I don't think he's trash. The word for Scott Turner is inconsistent. He needs to find a happy medium between running the football when it's working and also to win the throw the ball when it's working too. And to also put your quarterback to what he does best most of the time. He doesn't do those things. So he needs to work on those things. One more question. What quarterback would you want to target this offseason? I think we already kind of talked about this. Desmond Ridder, Sam Howell. If it's a trade, I will probably say Russ because I know Aaron Rodgers is going to cost way too much. I'm not trying that. And Deshaun's going to cost you an arm and a leg and probably your whole team. So, yeah, I'm going to say Russ. Stoner and Juan. We gotta get the heck out of
here. Yeah. I don't care who it is. Just give us somebody that we can count on. Just give us somebody who's not a Jag. That's all I'm asking.
Agree, Stoner. Agree.
Yeah. So for me personally, if it's not no one in the draft, which if it's not no one in the draft, free agency is terrible. It's not nobody in free agency that can be a starting quarterback for the Washington football team. I'm looking either at the draft or a trade, and no trades are really. I'm not gonna say no trades are impossible because that's not the case. But I highly doubt any trades happen involving this team. But if anything, I'm looking at Russell. I'm looking at Russell Wilson and hot take Derek Carr. Derek Carr.
I would take Derek Carr. I would take Derek Carr.
I would love Aaron Rodgers, man, but he's going to cost too much, bro. Like, you're going to have to get this guy a whole new deal, man. And
yeah, I ain't doing all that. I'm good. Now, okay. I'm about to say, you better not want Malik Willis. I'm not talking about him. I have a video about Malik Willis coming. It's going to come Friday. I don't know what time. Just turn your post notifications on. And we're going to have a good old time on the Protect Sports Network talking about some Malik Willis because he is overrated. All right, so we're going to get up out of here, man. Before we get out, one more last thing. Plug your channels in, guys, so we can go ahead and get you guys, some people to sub up. Stoner, it's your first time on my channel, so go ahead and plug your channel in. I do have the link in the description so they can always check you out, but go ahead and plug your channel and say where they can find you at.
Yeah, appreciate again having me on. We are Ref the District. There's actually 3 of us. There's me, Nathan, and Trev. And so you can check us out, Ref the District on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, of course. You can check us out in all those different places. We go live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And we're also live every day after the game. We call it Day After Reckoning. So it's usually on Mondays, right? Anybody can call into that as well and come into the show and talk to us about the previous game. So we do that on day after every game, but we don't talk just Washington on our Wednesday show. I mean, Washington football. We talk Caps, Wizards, Nats, depending on what season it is. So we have that, and then we also have our other show. It's called After the Whistle. And then we've got a big premiere this Friday called No Voice Goes Unheard, where we talk to 4 different women from the Washington football team scandal that came out, and that's our first episode, first of 4 that's going to be coming out for the next 4 Fridays. And it's called No Voice Goes Unheard. Thanks again for having us on, and check us out on YouTube, sub if you can. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah, so my name is Juan Gotti Talking Sports. I talk about the Washington football team over on my YouTube channel. You can find me on, obviously, YouTube at Juan Gotti Talking Sports. You can find me on Twitter at Juan Gotti Talking Sports, and also on Instagram at Juan Gotti Talking Sports. I'm mainly the Washington football team, but I'm going to start with the Washington Nationals, and those are going to be my main 2 because I love baseball. As you guys know, that was my passion growing up. Played baseball.
Man, Juan going
you know what I'm saying? So, me and Stoner, we have it rough because we're embarking 2 rebuilds.
Yeah.
I guess
all 3 of us. I'm a Nats fan. I'm just a Sixers fan. It's the only Philly team I like. So
yeah. And then I guess with the Washington Wizards, we're off to a good start, man. Shout out to our Wizards, man, going crazy. We're right back at it tomorrow. So make sure you guys check out the Wizards game. If you guys are Wizards fans, I know ProTech isn't. He's a Sixers fan, but us 2, we are. And yeah, man, I guess our only bright spot right now is that Juan Soto is an MVP finalist. Hopefully he can win that. And we have and I want everyone to start a hashtag on Twitter, hashtag bring up K Cavalli next year. I think he is going to be called up. But I'm talking too much about the Nationals. This was supposed to be an outro. But yeah, man, it's been your boy Juan Gotti. Make sure you guys check me out. I appreciate it for having me on ProTech.
Yeah, finally, I will give you my regular outro. If I do that, any people that came from Rep District and One Guy Talking Sports, I am ProTech, a.k.a. Tony. My government name is Tony. They call me ProTech. I do cover the Washington football team. Also, I do cover the entire NFL. I do have a live stream every Wednesday or Thursday at 7, depending on my work schedule. It's called NFL Rundown. We take a rundown on the National Football League. So come catch me this Thursday, right before our Thursday night matchup. Go catch me on that. Also, I do another segment called Sophomore Spotlight when I do look at the sophomore players from the 2020 NFL Draft and give you guys my opinions on how they look from rookie to sophomore and give you potential things that they can do in year 3 to get better. I'm doing an episode on Joe Burrow next Thursday. I'm going to skip this Thursday. I have some things to do, but Sophomore Spotlight, 6:30 next Thursday. Joe Burrow on the channel. Go check out Ref the District. Go check out One Guy Talking Sports, man. God stay safe. Put God first and save others COVID. Please don't catch COVID because I did. It wasn't pretty. So please stay safe and healthy on these streets, guys. Love y'all. Catch y'all later. Road to 2K in effect. Sub to One Guy. Give him the 4K. Go get Ref the District on his first milestone to 500 subscribers and also the second milestone to 1K if you can. Appreciate y'all. I stay safe. We'll catch you guys on the next roundtable at the end of the National Football League season for our Washington football team, wherever it ends. Might end the playoffs. Never know. Psych! Catch y'all later. Peace, y'all.
Peace.